Alright, so today we have the twin block. So this appliance is for class 2 overbite, and typically when a patient has a very deep bite. So before you insert the appliance, you will measure the patient's overjet with your ruler. You'll measure from either central, and this one's at about 10 millimeters from that upper right central, so you'll note that you measured from, upper right or upper left central. You want to make sure the appliance fits nice and snug, and you'll kind of feel it snap right onto the teeth. If you need to adjust it, you can take your bird beak and kind of just curl the clasp in, and that should help it fit secure. And same thing on these buckle clasps. And then, so I made this one a little bit too tight, so I'm going to go in with my bird beak and just relieve a little bit of that by turning it the opposite way that I just did. So it should fit just like that. So when the patient's biting, they'll need to be a little bit tighter, so we're gonna just give it,
Sorry, it happens in real life.
Another squeeze. And it seriously will just fall out like that if it isn't tight enough, so you really want to make sure it's on there really good. Okay. So when they're biting with the appliance in, they'll have to bring their lower jaw forward, so that way they're engaging in those blocks and that they're set perfectly to each other. So if they're still biting, like if they bite too far forward, you'll see that separation. You want to encourage them to slide their lower jaw back until they feel that engagement of the blocks. So and when they first get this appliance, it's big and it's bulky, so their lips are not going to be used to closing down around this appliance. So you can give them a couple of straws and send them home with them, and they'll just close their lips around it. You can have them do that for 10 minutes every night until, that muscle builds around their lips where they're able to do that. And then obviously you will show the parent or patient how to turn the appliance. There's the arrow pointing back towards the throat. This appliance is easier to turn outside of the mouth, so you'll give them the handheld key, put the key right into that hole, and then turn all the way towards that arrow. Okay, so you'll show the parent and patient how to turn. Typically with the twin block, we turn once a week. That is the protocol. And sometimes the lower will have an expander, or like the expander part on it too. And then typically when they come in for the next appointment to check how the expansion is going, Dr. Bridget will have you trim the acrylic on the upper sixes to allow for the eruption of the lower sixes. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do that, and we're going to go to the lab while we do that.